you for coming, everyone. This is the third meeting of this financial year of the Crochet Blanket and Knitters Group Incorporated. I'll just ask you to refer to your minutes of the last meeting. We'll move right on because we all like quick meetings. I have one apology from Nancy, our treasurer, who's had to go to the Nambour Flower Show meeting and couldn't make it tonight. Do we have any other apologies?
No.
Okay, well, a short meeting is a good meeting. That's what I always say. Second point on the agenda already, and it's only 2 minutes past 5. So then, accepting the previous minutes, has everyone had a chance to read the minutes of the last meeting? And does everyone agree with the minutes?
I'd just like to make an amendment.
Oh, of course you would.
Well, it's just that the secretary has put down in the minutes that we agreed on the Christmas party on the 12th of November. But I think we were waiting for Joan to say whether she could come or not.
Yes, that's quite right, Mrs. Chairperson. I remember distinctly that Joan was going to ring Brenton and look at trouble.
I'm sorry, I haven't checked it yet. Could we carry that over to the next minutes, please, Mrs. Chairperson?
Very well. Write that down, Brenda. Now, is that all that needs to be amended to the previous meetings?
I'd just like to make one other amendment.
What is it?
Well, the time that the meeting finished. It's got that the meeting started at 5 and went through till 8:30.
Yes.
Well, that's not at all possible, is it, Mrs. Chairperson?
Well, why not?
Because when I got home, X Factor had finished. And we all know that at this time of the year, coming up to the finals and things, that the X Factor finishes at 8:45. So if the meeting finished at 8:30 and it only takes me 5 minutes to get home, I'd have caught the last 10 minutes. But it was well and truly finished by then. I would dare say the meeting finished at 8:50. There was about a 10-minute wait before cold feet started.
Very well. Brenda, can you please note that on the amendments to the minutes to say that the meeting actually finished at 8:50? All those in agreement say aye.
Aye.
Right, now, let's move on to the agenda items. Okay then. Nancy was going to do a report on fundraising for the organisation. From last minutes, we only really had about $47 left in the kitty, and we weren't sure if we were going to be able to pay wages. Don't worry, Kylie. I'm sure some revenue will come in. Oh well, Nancy's not here, so we'll have to carry this issue over to the next meeting. The next agenda item is about a new funding grant, and Kylie was going to put that together for us, weren't you, Kylie?
Was, but look, can we ring Nancy or something? Am I going to get paid?
Oh, well, that's not very appropriate, Kylie. You can't just ask about wages at a committee meeting. We don't need to hear all about your money woes. Now, where were we?
We were talking about Kylie doing a funding submission. How did you go, Kylie? Did you get it finished?
I only work 2 days a week and Nancy only gave it to me on Thursday.
But it's due on Wednesday.
My kid's sick.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Kylie. Time management, that's what we always talk about here. You have to manage your time. We are pretty flexible, but we do expect you to be the same. Now, when will you have the submission finished?
Well, I'm not sure it's appropriate for us.
Appropriate? What do you mean?
Well, it says that it's for an art grant, and we don't really do arts.
Can I say something?
Kylie, we are the Crochet Blanket and Knitters Group Incorporated. We are all about art.
But you don't meet the eligibility criteria because you want the auspicing funds to prop up my program, not to create art. So unless you want to crochet a blanket with the funds, it can't really prop up an on-the-person social group, and that's what we desperately need the money for.
Can I say something?
Well, of course we can't just create a crochet blanket by next Wednesday. Some of us have arthritis.
Can I say something?
Well, we can't stay on this all night. I need to take this back to Nancy because she's the treasurer. But it is a time management issue, I would say, and I think that's a performance management issue, Kylie. Moving along, we can't just spend all our time talking about your work issues, Kylie. We did a decent thing hiring you, you know. Everyone had high expectations that the daughter of Brenda's ex-husband would be able to run our older person's social group. When is your appraisal due?
I don't know. I've only been here a fortnight, so I'm not sure.
Right, well, we'll need to discuss this outside this forum. Right, well, the next item is program reports.
Excuse me, Mrs. Chairperson. I don't want to sound pedantic, but it should be program report. You know, because we only have one program.
Can I say something?
Noted. Right now, program report. Let's hope that you have that ready, Kylie.
Thank you, yes I do. I did send it all to everyone before the meeting, but I can table it here also.
Just a minute, Kylie. How did you send it before the meeting? The committee meeting is the place to table documents.
I just emailed it.
Well, I'm not sure why you would think that anyone here has a computer, but here we make sure that everything that is tabled at the meeting. That's good communication. We have really good communication here.
Can I say something?
Please address your comments through the chairperson, please, Agnes.
Sorry.
Right, now, back to your report, please, Kylie.
Yes, well, I have had the chance to review the timetable of their older person's social group, and I put a survey out to everyone who goes. Now, it seems to be that the bus trips are the most popular, and the bowling days are everyone's favourite, but the least favourite is the day out to the movies. And I guess that's backed up by the data we have on the numbers. So last week we only had 2 people go, and I was one of them.
Mrs. Chairperson, if I may intervene, I'm not sure it's really necessary to do surveys and collect data. It seems that the older person's social group has run for a very long time, and the timetable has never been changed. So there doesn't seem to be any point changing the timetable.
Look, Agnes, we employed Kylie for fresh ideas. She is an OT, you know.
But we get a special deal at the movies.
But Agnes, you're the only one who shows up.
Kylie, look, you can't really come in here and just change everything straight away. Perhaps if you spent more time doing funding submissions and surveys, we'd get somewhere. Right, let's move on. A quick meeting is a good meeting, and it looks like we're going to finish in record time. Let's carry over the review of the timetable of the older person's social group until next meeting, so that everyone has time to process that. Note that for discussion at the next meeting, please, Brenda. Okay then, any new business items? Great, well, I now declare the meeting to be over at 5:23 p.m.
Great, I'll get home in time for the meeting. Let's see.
Can I say something?